anyways, so I didn't press the record button, and I just told everyone about my New York City Marathon story. So, oh my gosh. So, anyways, it was a long video that I was talking, just making sure. So I'm gonna do this again, even though it's gonna take a long time for me to tell the whole story. So, it was funny because I kept accidentally hitting the applause button. So I'm sorry if, yes. So, okay. So, anyways, so happy Fun Friday to you guys. I haven't done that in a long time, and of course it would be the day that I was talking about the marathon. Okay, so I will talk to you guys more about this shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna do this again, and just so you guys know, it was really funny because I thought I turned off the applause, and it ended up hitting it. I hit it a few times, so anyway, it was funny, and you guys missed it, okay, because I didn't hit record. So okay. Let me get up the applause. Okay, ready? No, I don't want to. Okay. Wait. Oh, right. I forgot. It's Fun Friday. Wait, do you know what it is? It's Fun Friday. Yay! And then I've never had it go this long. Maybe when I do this. This is great. I found a trick. And then I threw the phone away. Wow, it never goes that long. Hold on. Okay. Yeah! That's awesome. Okay, now I'm really gonna silence it. That was funny, guys. I didn't know that trick. Okay, because last time I kept hitting the button. Okay, so Pedro, are you ready to tell your joke? See? Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. CornyJokes.com. Oh, hold on. Corny jokes. Okay. Why won't a bicycle stand up when it's not moving? You guys know? I don't know. I bet Pedro knows. It's too tired. That was kind of a good one too. Okay, so now Pedro's done. Okay, he can take a siesta. Okay, I also was telling you guys about my grabber. That my mom sometimes grabs my butt with this. But I was telling this story, okay? That's why I was wearing it on my lap before I did my video. Okay, so I had a couple of things fall behind the crack. Okay, this thing's so handy. I think I got it when I was living with Mom and Dad, in Degrassi. Anyways, yes, in their house on Needham Court. And anyways, it's so handy. Haha, get it? Handy. Because they become your long arms. And also, it can be bent in half for storage. Like that. And I thought it was broken when I saw it like this under my bed once. So anyways, at least I don't have that ridiculously... Oh, we gotta make sure we move the cursor. Still recording? Yes, good. Okay. So, anyways, so remember I had to use this a lot when I had that other bed that I hated because stuff would fall behind and I had to fit through that cabinet hole So anyways, I dropped a couple things and I was like, oh no, they went behind the bed because this bed is, because there's a bar with the day bed here, you guys see, so there's a space, and anyways, stuff fell between it, and I was like, where did my stuff go? So I had a string tease back there, and some papers, but I also keep my shoes under my bed now, so until you have the armoire, because that's the best place to keep them, because I can't make my room dirty here. Okay, it's not like I have any issues about that. No, just kidding. I really like her. But anyways, so anyways, I saw that stuff had dropped behind there, and so I found, like, moved my shoes over and saw the string keys, and I was like, okay, string keys, let's see how hard that's going to be to grab that under my bed. Okay? And it took me a couple minutes, but I retrieved the lost cheese and threw it in the trash. But don't worry, the package wasn't even open, so it wasn't like stinky cheese or anything. Okay, and I also got the papers that had fallen back there by just leaning under the bed and grabbing it. So, anyways, retrieving things. Oopsie, I thought it was broken again. But anyway, so I always have this, and other than, mom grabbing my butt with it, you should use it as indicated. But the best thing about it is, like, very cheap. It's like $15, and I keep it right next to my bed, but it's always terrible. And yes, I did tell this story to you as, when I was recording the video that wasn't recording, but I have to be careful it doesn't fall here because I have everything precariously put on my nightstand because I can't keep anything on the floor. And anyway, so it's kind of chaotic on my nightstand. As you can see, my toothbrush is here. And so, anyway, so I have to be careful because if it falls over, my mouth guard and my nose drops like fall over too. And so it's like, but you guys know sometimes I like the chaos of knocking things over, but not when it's my own stuff, So anyway, all right. So now we can talk about my marathon story again. And I deserve a sip of coffee. Okay, so you guys see my shirt. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Oh, this coffee is so good. So, Mom gave me those $12 to use for the, a week for the Royal Crest. And I decided to get a little creamer, flavored creamer, and this one's so good because it's not like those creamers that have like fake sugar, so it's like natural. Anyways, it's so good. So anyways, and I didn't take one sip of coffee while I was recording the first video that was not recording. Okay, so here we go. So, oopsies, you went black again. Okay, so, alright. Where was I? Yes, okay, so how I found out about the New York City Marathon and having a Huntington's team was through this was in Rochester when I was living there, and I found out at the support group that they have a marathon team for the New York City, and I was like, oh sweet. And I had only run a couple half marathons at that point, but it was worth, but I think everybody who does halves usually most of them want to do a full one one day. So I'm very OCD when it comes to like putting things in a habit. And so what I needed to do so I had to fill out the application online, okay? And it was the first people who hit submit on their application starting at 8 a.m. that day, okay? And I'm, the person, so I literally, at exactly 8 a.m. I hit send. So I was the first one that got on the team for the 18 spots, and I'm sure nobody else, is as OCD as me and hit it that day. But all that to say, we had our 18 people. Okay, so now the fundraising. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm a little bitter. Okay, so anyways, so everybody got some ways to fundraise and that, and suggested having like auctions or whatever. So anyway, so I started my fundraising page that they give you the link to, and you make it your own. But get this, guys, okay? only one person donated money. Okay, one person. I submitted that thing. All my friends in Rochester, all of my family, even my family didn't. Okay, I'm not bitter about that. But at least, so my parents, at least, they were, they don't count because they were there, they took me, drove us there and that. So anyway, so they're fine, but even when I told my brother Josh, he's like, "What? I didn't like just these people." So I was very like discouraged because that was gonna be the way I was gonna make my money. So anyways, so I ended up getting like some inheritance money right at that time, and I got like $5,000. I'm like, yes, gonna put 3,000 in the bank. So that's how I was able to do it. Cause you gotta raise 3,000 or you can't come. So and I felt really bad because there's a web page dedicated to the runners. I mean the Facebook page, and I found out like 2 people didn't make up the fundraising, so they were able to come. So I was like, yes, I'm definitely going. So and so I remember when I got the email confirmation from the lady when I was in the movies, and I was like, call mom. I was like, I'm in. So coffee break. Okay. So I got the fundraising money. So then I'm training for the marathon, and it's in the heat of the summer, And I'll talk about another thing that happened during that training. It might have been something like poopy pants, but I will talk that not right now. So, anyways, so also at the same time, I'll talk about the actual race, but just want to tell you I'm also OCD about things like tickets to the Live with Kelly and Michael show. So what happened? Okay, I'll tell you that and then tell you about the actual race. Okay, so also OCD. So how you can get tickets for the show, and the nice thing is they're free. So it's first come first serve. So what you have to do is keep looking until the dates appear for the weekend you want to be there or week. So I'd been looking at that, and then finally I was like, yes. So I booked 4 tickets, of course, for my mom and dad and my friend Kelly Price and me, and then ended up. So my parents weren't able to actually come to the show. Okay, I'll talk about this first, and then talking about the actual race because I'm talking about it. So, anyways, so what happened though? I guess so. Always right when so there's the Halloween special that happens the day before the race. So when I was trying to book the tickets, they had no. So it wasn't even like they were sold out. Like they didn't have them at all. So I guess like because it maybe the people beforehand are selected to be on the Halloween episode or whatever, but it wasn't even out. There were none, and I was like, huh. So we had to go the next day, and so my parents came. And anyway, so they had to leave the day before we were able to go to onto the show. Okay, so also, I will say it was awesome. Anyways, before I talk about the actual race, because I didn't say this stuff when I was not recording. But anyways, so New York City is pretty cool, except everything costs so much. Okay, a hot dog on the street, $6. Okay. So also, but it was cool because me and Kelly are shoppers, and there was like huge stores. But I went the day after the marathon, and I was like so tired of shopping. So we ended up going home, and I got in the hot tub. But anyways, there was somebody recording a video, okay? I don't even, but I got to be on it and talk. So, somebody, news channel or something, I can't remember. But, anyways, they chose me to talk. So, anyways, that's it. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the actual race. Okay. Come race day, okay, first of all, I had to get up super early. I didn't sleep at all the night before because I was on the couch bed. Well, I felt bad because Callie liked to, not, and I move around a lot when I'm trying to sleep. My mom's been in the room with me, so anyways, I decided, because to go and sleep on the couch bed in the hotel. It was not comfortable. I should have just slept on couch part. And it's a time change morning, so I left an hour, and so I didn't really sleep, and so also I noticed that day when we went to pick up the packets that you can't have a backpack of any kind, and I was bringing my hydration pack, okay, and I was gonna plan on putting like a jacket in and stuff. So I only had my hip pack to put some snacks in. Okay, so all that to say, I just had this just one layer, no jacket. I didn't bring it. Because I didn't want to have to. Anyways, okay, so all that to say, come race day morning. So mom and dad have to drop me off, and so what they do is there's this train station everyone can be in to stay warm inside, and so we're in there, and the first way to get there is going to be there's a few things there's first you got to take the ferry, and that was really fun. And so you take the ferry over, and I got to see like the Statue of Liberty as I was like floating across, and it was so cool. It was amazing, the whole experience. So so then we get to the other train station, metro station, I forget. So we're waiting in there, and I was like, dang, I wish I had grabbed some money because everyone had so long, to wait inside and the terminal of whatever, and there was like coffee places and bagel places, and I was like, oh my gosh, all I ate, well, I had one protein bar. That's back when I wasn't eating breakfast before my race, so I had one protein bar to eat on the way, and I was up so I was so hungry, and I was like, oh my gosh, this coffee. So that was the one thing I also wish I had was grab some money from mom, because everyone had it. But one thing I thought was so weird, okay, was the women there with makeup on, full makeup. And I'm like, what? Isn't that going to melt off? Anyways. And also all the people, it's always the women whose bathroom is so long, the line, but I had to go in there. Everyone did, because it's one of those racer things, when you're going to have a race, like, you have to poop. So, not everybody has that. So, all that to say, finally, we moved from that terminal outside, okay? So now we have to stand for 2 hours outside before the marathon in the cold again, before the buses come, okay? And I'm like, anyways. So I'm trying to jump up and down to warm up, and this guy next to me was like, you look really cold. I was like, yeah. And so he's run the marathon like a bunch of times, and he's one of the ones that like actually finishes pretty fast because he got qualified. So anyway, that's the nice thing about running on the charity team, is you don't have to have a qualifying time to get there. So anyways, he's like, I have an extra jacket on, why don't you wear it? And I was like, thank you. So anyways, he was super nice, and like from like Europe or something. So he let me keep his jacket on, and so we got on the buses and finally get to the start lines, okay? But they are different. So there's a corral, literally a corral that like cows go in. So what happens is you have to find your corral where your start times are going to be, so your finish times, I should say. So I made the mistake, well, it doesn't really matter, but to say I was going to finish in 4 hours, because a couple of half marathons I finished in under 2. So I'm like, yes, I'll definitely finish the, first marathon done. But anyway, so I'm in that start line, and so that's when I had to give him his jacket back, which was fine. But I did decide to sleep on the bus. But then somebody's like, "Okay, it's time to get off." So we end up. So we are at the start line, and so this was a silly thing I did. Okay, so I didn't realize how far, when they drop you off with the buses, how far the actual start line is. You're just in this crowd. You can't really see anything ahead. So I found where I was supposed to be, and so everybody just starts running, and I was like, okay, we started, I didn't realize the start line was still a mile away, okay? And so I'm running, and so apparently we hadn't started yet, but everybody was trying to keep warm or anyway to get up to the start line. So again, my run says 5 hours and 50 minutes, but really it was also because I started my run too early. So anyway, so what if anyone knows anything about New York City, what it is, so it's boroughs, okay? I didn't know what a borough was. I thought it was a burrito. That's what we called them in my family. So there's a bridge that goes to each borough, okay? So Manhattan is the first one that the buses took us to. So that's where the Brooklyn Bridge is, and every borough has a bridge. So there's a lot of bridge runs. So anyway, so we're starting this. Oh yes, I actually started the race. So now this was funny to watch. Okay, some dum dums were training with plastic bags. I've seen this on movies before to keep in insulation, and I guess none of us really knew that it was going to be so windy until we were actually running the race. So at first I was like, those dum-dums, but then I'm like, I don't even have a jacket because I didn't know it either. So anyways, but the bags were ripping off their bodies and flying over the ocean. So anyways, so I was like, okay, and everybody's stuff was blowing off. And this woman in front of me had this hat on, and it was funny because as we were running, I heard her say, my son gave me this hat for marathon day. And it flies off, and it doesn't go in the ocean, it goes right down the drain. So it's just so funny. So thankfully, the only thing I think is that I had my ear warmers on, so they didn't blow off. So we're going up the borough, and this is the other funny thing. Okay, so because there was 65-mile-an-hour gusts, and the poor people doing the hydration tables. Okay, so I saw with my own eyes as I was running by an entire table flip, okay, over upside down, and every drink on it just went spraying all over the people, volunteers, and me, the people that were running by. So now I'm soaked in Gatorade water, but I have so much respect for these people because they still managed to have Gatorade and water when we needed them, so that means they had plenty of volunteers. So now I'm wet and freezing, and I lost one of my gloves while I was running, and they weren't warm gloves, those little knit ones that are like nothing. So anyways, one fell off because so people would get warm when the sun came out and the wind would stop. So that's when I took off my gloves and put them in my hip pack. But anyways, so they fell out, one of them. But it was kind of crazy. I found out that I had hypoglycemia during that time. I think because, anyways, so, but what happened, I found this out later, was while I was running, like, I had some, and again, I got some good snacks at the running store for my marathon. One of them was, like, jelly beans, like, yeah, energy jelly beans. They were great. But I literally, like, my hands, like, weren't working at all. And it wasn't from the cold. It was, like, so I couldn't even open my pouch. So I was like, oh no, I really need this. So thankfully, this girl next to me, like, ended up, like, ripping it with her teeth, or ended up getting it off. So I was able to eat them. So anyways, uh, and I think most of the runners in a marathon have to stop to go potty a couple of times. So I did. And anyway, so finally, and this was the only thing I regret. Well, other than not bringing the coat, but I did not decide to stop and take pictures while everyone was, and they were taking the time, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna be so much faster than you know. But it was like, no, I should have, because not only were there so many runners, and there was one hill that you could see all of them, and also, yeah, all the people out there and volunteers, but all the fans. So anyways, that's the only thing I wish I had done. So anyway, so we're in the last couple miles. Oh, the nice thing, okay, also they give you good food while you're running. Well, anyways, they have bananas. That was great. I guess most marathons actually do, because anyways. So, but the thing that was amazing was they had Kleenex for the runners to wipe their noses, because it was so cold. So I had, like, snot crusted on my nose. So, because again, it was freezing when the wind wasn't blowing. So, I mean, when the wind was blowing. So, anyways, so yeah, I wiped my nose, but they're probably only, like, the big marathons do they do that, because when I run the other marathon, like, nobody's even out there, to do that. So anyways, that was nice. Oh, I got an, oh, I got an itchy nose. I don't want to pick it. Okay. Anyways, okay, so we're getting towards the end of the race, and I'm like, I haven't seen Mom and Kelly and Dad, and we weren't exactly sure where to meet up, because, well, this one guy who runs it a lot, he works with me and Josh when we worked at RPH, Rochester Presbyterian Home, and he'd run the race, and he was one that qualifies, and that he's the nicest guy. He's always smiling. Anyways, we started to go black. Anyways, so what he told us about this one, like 23rd Avenue or something like that. But anyways, when we got there, there's no way to go before the race starts and pick the spot. So we're just going on what he said. So anyways, of course we didn't, they weren't there, and so I was like, oh no, they're never gonna be able to see me. So, lo and behold, the last mile, there's my mom. I don't even see Dad and Kelly, but apparently they're right there. But Stephanie, and I guess Dad and Kelly didn't even know it was me, because there were so many runners. But Mom, of course, moms always know if it's their kid running by. So I ended up, like, smiling, and like, she has the best pictures of me, like, just, like, so happy to see them and to be at the almost end. But this is the thing, there were so many people that started walking. I think the fundraising team people, the charity runners and stuff. So, but I was like, but no, I'm not gonna walk, even if it takes all day, because but I'm not gonna walk. And so that's when I got to Central Park, and it was so beautiful, because all the leaves are changing there, because it was in the fall, so it's beautiful, and it's the last mile. So I really, like, book it really fast to finish. That's something I love to do during those races, is actually going fast and, like, passing a bunch of people in the finish line. So I was able to do that, and it's kind of satisfying because people behind me don't even realize it. So, anyways, so I did that when I finished, and so now, okay, I as soon as you stop, you get so cold. Like, so I stopped, and okay, so oh, I didn't tell you guys about the baggage. Okay, so right, they did have. I did tell you in the first video, but let me tell you. So okay, you could check your baggage. Okay, that was an option for. So what that is people usually have like a backpack with their jacket in it, some snacks or whatever. So what happens is they take those, okay, from the start line over to the finish line. No. Yes, I think that's what they do. So, anyways, but the reason I didn't sign up for that was because I was worried that after the race, that I wouldn't want to have to worry about going in and standing in a long line to get you back. And I'm glad I didn't, because that's what they had to do they had to go straight there right after the race. So anyways, I was glad, that I didn't do that, but I would have had myself in a big jacket that I wouldn't have checked. But that's anyway why I didn't do that part. So anyways, so now I'm under the bleachers. I'm freezing. I'm hungry. I didn't even take the time to stretch, which is a bad idea after, because anyways, so I'm like, and my phone battery is like almost dead because I had my run on for 5 hours and 50 minutes. So mom, like, well, so I'm like, I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, I like literally sobbing. I can't find you, like, because they're not allowed to come behind the finish line. Fans are, so anyways, so mom's like, okay, just calm down, honey. She's like, I'm right here. She walks out from underneath the bleachers where I was. I was like, what? So it was a total God thing. Because somebody with backstage passes, who paid for those, ended up was leaving and handed them to her as she was looking for me. So that was a total God thing. So now, okay, I am freezing. So Kelly and Dad are there. I got a great picture with my dad right after, but this is the thing. So now you have to walk really far to get to the subways. Okay, so I didn't stretch. Bad idea. Because so anyway, so Mom and Kelly come around like next to me, and I'm like, trying to eat food. So Kelly was like the one to make sure I was eating the food while we're walking, but my legs like did this. Like, I like couldn't walk. It hurt so bad to even take a step because all of my muscles were like, no, you don't stretch. So, and because it was so cold, so we're freezing, and I'm like starting to get attitude because I'm like, actually, it's a really long walk from the race start to the subway. So I'm like, so freezing, and so we finally make it to the subway, and I sit down, and again, Kelly's making sure I'm eating the food. She's a nurse. So anyway, and that was my marathon story. So okay, so I got on live with Kelly and Michael. Now, the thing with, okay, so you get the tickets, but this is the key to getting good seats is, okay, so, oops, almost knocked my coffee over, but aren't I glad it's not on my table? Okay, I think that means I need a sip. Okay, remember I keep it next to my bed. Okay, so so this Kelly is not exactly a morning person. My Kelly, and it's kind of funny because it's live with Kelly and Michael, but live with Kelly and Michael, Kelly is really peppy first thing in the morning. So anyway, so it was my idea, to get there at 4 a.m. So that meant we had to leave really early. Kelly was angry, she's not a morning person, but I made her. I drove, and I was so proud. This was, of course, before the symptomatic Huntington's. So anyways, I drove and I was so proud with the GPS that I was able to get into New York City because we were staying like in New Jersey in a hotel. So I got us right to the parking garage that we were gonna park at. And so, anyways, we walk over to take a cab to Live with Kelly and Michael from the parking garage because otherwise they're really expensive, those cab rides. But it was very cool, New York City cab. And so I took pictures in it. And so we get to where people will be waiting, and me and Kelly like sit down there, and we are literally first in line. I was like, yes. So, anyways, but the problem is, okay, there are almost no public bathrooms to use at New York City. That was a big problem. Like, I had to go when we were walking to the store the day when we were gonna go shopping, and I was like, so what you have to do is find a store. So McDonald's is the only one, and Starbucks that lets you go potty, you know. But the thing was, so there was a Starbucks right where the start line, well, where we were sitting, and so I'm like, okay, we'll go in there, okay? Oh, that was the other thing to tell you guys. Kelly and Mom and Dad also weren't able to go potty because there's none there, so they had to hold it a really long time, like 5 hours and 50 minutes. So, anyways, and so yes, 5 hours and 50 minutes. I was gonna. Oh yeah, and also standing in the cold. So I had so much respect and love for them because of that. So anyway, so we are sitting in the line, and the Starbucks bathroom is out of service, and so we had to hold it. Thankfully, this was before my neurogenic bladder that I was having. So we held it because the nice thing is, as soon as you get into the building, there's bathrooms you can use. So we held it until we got to go in. Okay, you guys know Gelman, the producer. So he came in, and I was able to get a Live with Kelly and Mike T-shirt, as you see, and also a mug. So, but the handle broke. So, anyways, but I love that mug. So, I forgot to tell you why I love Live with Kelly and Michael. Okay, so it goes way back to even when it was Regis and Kathy Lee, who wasn't great when compared to Kelly. They just didn't have chemistry. So, anyways, so Mom and I have been watching it since like so long, and we love it, and so oh, they also have dancers, with the newer one that you can, if when you get to the show, they ask if anyone wants to dance when they're doing the like phone call or whatever. So anyways, I decided not to, but Mom would have. But anyways, but you have to like pass it. Everyone cheers for the one they won the most. So I was like, I don't want to do it because fear of rejection. So anyway, so we get into the building, and because we were first, we fly over, and again, thank you me for going early because we got the best seats. So we got the seats that are right over where the actors come out, and so because that's the one in the show that I know, that's where you see who comes out. And also, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, hold on, there was something else. But anyways, and we didn't know what guest it was gonna be that day. They don't tell you. And so we're sitting there. Oh, right, we got on the news too. So we're on Live with Kelly and Michael. So all these people like saw us because we were sitting right there. Lots of other people you don't get to see. So, anyways, that was amazing. Everyone's like, "Hey!" So even though we're like right there. But anyway, so Matthew McConaughey walks out, and he's right there, and I got so many pictures of him. So that was awesome. And Bette Midler actually came and sang. So it was, I think, for me, I think life with Callie and Michael were like equal with the marathon. So now you guys like have heard the whole story, and yep, I was actually recording. Okay. So I will talk when I have more to say. Wow, that's a really long video. Yes, but it was going to be this long anyways, but you guys will love it. So, okay. So I'll talk when I have more to say, which is going to be tomorrow in my next video. Okay. Bye.